guys, a very warm welcome to Motorhoming Adventures.
Motorhoming Adventures.
Absolutely, this is our new channel, and the old one being...
It was offshore and onshore adventures, but here we're going to bring you all things motorhoming, the UK, Europe, further afield, who knows.
Absolutely, and we'll also be bringing across some of our original films that are on our old channel, all motorhoming films of course, and we'll be bringing them onto this channel so you don't miss out.
Absolutely, yeah. So stay tuned. All things motorhoming, technical, trips, travels, you name it. It's great to have you along.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you enjoy the channel, please do subscribe.
Oh, of course. Please do subscribe. And of course, the odd like is good too.
Thank you.
We've escaped from Tenby and we have travelled south. We are at the moment in the fabulous town of Cheddar. And look at that weather and the sun behind us. And look at this amazing overnight stop for a bit of wild camping, free of charge, in the middle of Cheddar. A great spot. We've done more dad and mum duties by dropping our youngest off at the airport, and we're now heading away for a few days. Let's find out where Nikki has gone. Oh,
Good
morning.
Good morning.
Right, where shall we go today, eh?
Well, I think we might go down to see a little bit of the Cheddar Gorge, which would be
Oh yes,
fabuloso.
yes, because we are in Cheddar. I forgot to mention that.
Yes, we are in Cheddar. And then we're off to Start Bay in South Devon, which is a little bit further south from Dartmouth. Not
Yes.
far, but is it 10 miles?
Yeah, about that. Yeah, relatively close to Dartmouth, but what a week to choose though. Look at it. And incidentally, for you fellow motorhomers, this is the car park right in the middle of Cheddar itself. It's called, let's go and have a quick look, Cliff Street. It's the Cliff Street car park. It doesn't charge from 6 p.m. to 9 a.m. and therefore, having seen the site on Search for Sites and one or two others, thought we'd give it a try on the way down to South Devon, and look how busy it isn't. It was dead quiet last night. A couple of people leaving the pub, as you'd expect, about 10:30, 11. Apart from that, could have heard a pin drop. Great spot, thoroughly recommend it. Anyway, so up there in the background, that's the start, and in fact you can just see it over the top of the houses there. That's the start of the amazing Cheddar Gorge. So I've never actually been to Cheddar Gorge, so we thought, why not? After dropping off at the airport, let's stop off there, have a look there before travelling down to Start Bay, as Nikki says, where we're going to spend a few days in South Devon. Come and join us, guys.
yards, take the ferry. Well, we will then. We don't have much choice by the looks of it. But it's 18 ton restriction, so we should be okay as we're about 4 tons. Can't say fairer than that. Looking forward to this. Board now, it says. Well, we will then. Cool.
On the ferry.
This looks exciting, isn't it?
Well, it's not exactly a deep sea crossing, but it's the next best thing.
It is, yeah. There we go.
It's not often on a sat nav you hear "take the ferry."
No, exactly. Yeah, yeah. You have...
Look at that, a little trip. Well, it's not really transatlantic. It's transdart, perhaps.
Excellent. Didn't take long, did it?
No,
And how much was it?
£6.70.
That's not bad, actually, is it?
No. It's a bargain.
Bargain. Well, it's worth it for the experience. Definitely worth it for the experience. And we're off the ferry now, the other end. We've got a rather spectacular view of the River Dart there. Very, very pretty. Bit of South Devon coastline, look at that.
Beautiful, look at those little bays down there.
Yeah.
Wow. That's stunning.
It is, isn't it?
Look at this strip down below us. Lovely little bay there. Wow.
It's a big beach. Sea's a beautiful turquoise colour.
It is lovely.
Oh, look at that. It makes you smile.
Wow.
It
Black
makes
Hole Sand's absolutely stunning, isn't it? Look at that.
Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful through the trees too. Well, you don't get that view every day from your motorhome, do you?
No, definitely not.
Tight in places this road, but we're a bit lucky.
Twisty, windy, following the bus.
The bus is guiding us through, which is quite handy. Yeah, beautiful. Right on the rocks.
What a spot for that.
Well, that's a pretty spectacular view from the road, isn't it?
Yeah.
And our campsite, Start Bay, is where you can see the reservoir in the distance. It's not far from there, so we're pretty close at the moment.
Cheers indeed. What a that for a view. Problem is, We spent about the last 2 miles coming downhill to B Sands Bay. Look at that, isn't that lovely? So sadly 2 miles downhill means 2 miles uphill. Oh, look at those hang glides, another one up as well.
Quite like a nice light breeze for them today, isn't it?
Yeah. That's awesome, look at that. Wow. That's what you call a perfect landing.
Very good. I wonder where he's going to.
In fact, if we borrowed that, it might take us back up the hill instead of having to cycle all the way up there. Lovely little beaches and coves scattered along this South Devon coast. View back towards Tor Cross there as we're downhill bits are very nice. And just down at Tor Cross, 500 metres from the site, a little pull in by the hamlet of Tor Cross. Tiny little place. A lot of it still asleep in March. And don't mention crispy cucumber shreds, hoisin sauce or anything related to duck. Well, sorry I had to cut you off there, but there was some very good music going on in the tap house there, which of course YouTube would have cut out, so I had to silence you for a moment there while we had a look in the brewery. South Hams Brewery, less than about 200 metres from Start Bay Caravan and camping site. It couldn't get much better than that, could it? A brewery and a campsite and the sunshine, and over here a little cafe and a farm shop, the lot. Talk about self-contained. Brilliant.
Share the red, share the
And
chips.
next to the brewery, look at this. A lovely little craft shop. Lovely little craft shop called the Tin Can at Stokely. And this is where the farm shop is, and the cafe and the brewery. Lovely. Origami bits and bobs. 2 or 3 crafters all use this same shop. Absolutely lovely. Smallest hedgehog in the world. And some very nice bunting. So we've treated ourselves to 1 or 2 bits from here, as you do. Bits for the moho. Very nice too. And if you're down this way at Start Bay, then come and see this lovely little retail unit. And the run in to Start Bay. The main entrance there, isn't that pretty? Very nice too. Where we see there, nice view of the site. We've just come back from the farm shop, which was that amazing place that you will have seen that was next door. There's the reception area and the washroom, washing up, gents, ladies, service points. And set down a little dip off the main A road there, about 0.8 of a mile, next to nothing, down to Slapton Sands and Torcross. Very nice too. And there is a resi. Alright. Had your bike on turbo power, did you?
I did, yes. Yeah. Also on turbo power.
On turbo power. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. What did you think of the cafe next door then?
Well, that was yummy.
Wasn't it, eh?
Cappuccino followed by a rather nice ale.
And yes, it was. It was called Sherman, the beer we tried down there. Sherman, a brew from the South Hams brewery. Absolutely lush. Couldn't have too many of those, otherwise I'd have never made it back the 200 metres from there on the bike. And after that, cycle around some of those hills. One plus side of the K-Yacht there, we've got external power, obviously external TV aerial and or satellite if needed, and also a second 3-pin point in the garage here. So both bikes now on charge, because if today's hills were anything to go by, we're definitely going to need a bit of battery assistance tomorrow.
So some of the highlights from so far at the campsite, I think has to be the farm shop next door. It's within walking distance, cycling distance.
200 metres.
Has a brewery, has a cafe, top ales there. lovely, aren't
Oh
they?
yes.
Yeah, top ales. Yeah, it's lovely. And this very close by are some lovely harbour towns as well, Salcombe and Dartmouth. Beautiful scenery and a great spot.
Very nice indeed. Looking forward to exploring. So stick with us. Watch out for some more films coming from this lovely part of the world. And we'll see you again very soon.
Bye.
Bye now. Bye.